called Chronicles. You know what I say. I don't complain, but I got a lot to say. So, there's a young lady in her 50s that I met about a year and a half ago. And she didn't have a lot of friends. I think she had some trust issues. And one of my friends asked me to friend her. I'm talking about personal, not like online or anything like that. And I did, on his, advisement. So we've gone places, we've done things together, and she's pretty laid back. She's pretty cool. But if anyone knows me, they know I'm a giver. And when I'm your friend, or your associate, or your, who I'm engaging with, when I see something that I can do as a friend, I do it. So she had been home for 2 days, which I didn't know. Something said call her. And she had been sick or under the weather. And I says, well, did you take a COVID test? She said no. And although there was a lot of other people in her school, she's a teacher, that had gotten sick. I said, well, let me take a quick look. And I have all these COVID tests. And I says, I'll bring you a COVID test. I said, I don't want to see you. I'll just leave it at your door. She said, I'm condensing the story. She says, no, don't bother. I says, no, it's no bother. I'm going to be in the area anyway, and I'll just leave it for you. And so we were going back and forth. I'm like, why am I going back and forth? And I told her, I says, you really have an issue with friendships. Like, when you're someone's friend, you want to be there for them, especially, when they're not feeling good. If there's something you can do, and I wasn't doing anything. I was going to the health food store, actually. I asked her, was it anything that she needed? And she said no. And I said, okay, well, I got these COVID tests. Maybe you should take one. It'll probably be negative, but take it. She went back and forth with me, disrespecting her boundaries because I wanted to bring it. And I'm like, we ain't got no control over people, places, and things, man. Come on, just relax. Let me do what a friend does. Anyway, of course, I end up not going, and I told her that I can't be friends with someone that doesn't really know how to be a friend or want to be a friend. So I just told her, I don't want to be a friend anymore. This is too much. Anyway, I'm going to pick up some food. Calamari, shrimp, and a crab cake. Hold on. So, I sent her this thing that, this little message that pretty much says, I'm done. I'm tired. I don't think friendship, you got to try to be somebody's friend. You're someone's friend. You're there for each other. That's what friendship is, as far as I'm concerned. And, when a person says no, I guess it could mean not right now. To me, no means not right now, especially when you're friends, because people feel like, oh, I don't want you to be bothered with me. I'm really not that important or whatever. Now, I had suggested that, in November, like the first week in November, let's take a trip. Florida, the Bahamas. I preferably rather go to the Bahamas than to Florida. I'm not really a Florida person anymore. Although the pageant, we're leaving out of Miami. So, but I have a right like she has a right? And maybe, maybe I'm not right. I don't know. I called one of our friends that kind of asked me to be her friend. And he says, well, I called her too. And she didn't want me to help her either. I was like, well, it's all good. I'm good. I'm really good. It would have been nice, so I'll just go by myself to the Bahamas. I just really want to lay out in the sun for a couple of days with nothing to do. And, I should still be tanned by January, which will be my birthday, right? 71. Coming up on 71. Yes. So what I'm doing now is sending, well, actually I haven't sent them yet. I wrote the letter to the sponsors, and basically I just want to, get some feedback, see what people think of it. Sent 2 people. One person made some changes, and it looked like the original. And then I sent it to someone else. They haven't gotten back to me yet. So I'm like, okay. So now I'm just getting addresses and emails of the 200 to 300 people that I have on my list. And some of them are people, some of them are companies, some of them are foundations, just all different kinds of people. Some are companies that I have purchased things from, I buy products from, so I have to check my mailbox. So I did something really dumb. Well, actually, it was really a mistake. So I bought something from Amazon, and there's some other addresses there where I've sent people things. And I don't understand how they sent my package to one of the people who I sent something to, which it doesn't make sense to me. But obviously, I didn't check. I just assumed that it was coming to me, and it ended up going to Maryland. Wow. So anyway, I'm going to be conscious of things that I say in terms of saying, and I think I'm going to pay more attention to that. Here's my food. Calamari, crab cake, and some jumbo shrimp thing. So I'm getting out of the car. Do I need anything out of here? Oh yeah, garbage bags. I bought. Oh, I'm down to my last one too. Anyway, I'll chat with you. You know what I always say. Do the right thing for the right reason, but most importantly, do it at the right time. See you later. Give me some feedback on that friendship thing.